everybody, it's Julie the Whippy Chick, and I just want to say welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we'd take a look at some Dollar Tree purchases? Today I thought we'd take a look at some Dollar Tree purchases that I made recently at my local Dollar Tree. All items at the Dollar Tree are $1. It's not like the Dollar General or Family Dollar where not everything is $1. At the Dollar Tree, everything is $1. Unless you sometimes get stuff 2 for $1. So let's take a look at some of the things that I got and I'll tell you what I thought of them. Okay, the first thing I thought I'd tell you about is this hook. I actually got a couple of these in different sizes. I did get a 5.5 millimeter hook, which was great because that is the size that I use the most. For the type of yarn that I use the most, a 5.5 hook is usually what's recommended. So that worked out perfectly for me. Also, they only had a handful of sizes. I want to say they had 4.5 millimeter, 5 millimeter, and 5.5 millimeter. I don't think they had any other sizes. Not sure, but they only had a handful. So at any rate, I gave this hook a try. I did, almost pulled out the work. I just did crochet up a little tiny swatch. I just did a couple rows in the 3 different hooks that I tried. So, first impressions upon taking it out of the packaging is it feels cheap. It did come from the dollar store. I mean, you know, you don't go to the dollar store to buy furls. You don't go to the dollar store to buy clovers or tulips. You go to the dollar store to buy stuff for $1. So yeah, it does feel a little cheap. It looks like it would be a squishy ergonomic design. It's not. It is hard plastic. There is a little dip right here where you rest your thumb, and that is very nice. I do like that. So it does give you a little bit of a control, and that's good for the knife grip as well as the pencil grip. So you do have that nice little indentation there, and it is an aluminum hook, so there is a little bit of a glide. Honestly, I had no problem using this hook at all. I'm really not a picky hook person. I am getting used to my squishy clovers, so to go to a hard plastic was a little bit of an adjustment, but honestly, it didn't take me very long to get used to it. And if you're just starting to crochet and you don't want to spend a lot of money on an entire set, absolutely go for a Dollar Tree hook. There's no problem with it. It gets the job done. You can certainly crochet to your heart's content using this hook.
Okay, so these hooks are also available at the Dollar Tree online, so you could purchase them, but you do have to purchase them by the case. So that would be great if you were going to maybe teach a class of beginners, or maybe you had a group of people that wanted to make beginner sets. I'm not sure, but yeah, they are available.
Okay, that being said, I'm going to move on to the plastic hooks that they have at the Dollar Tree. They had a few more sizes available. I did pick up the 6, and the 6.5, and all of these hooks do have the size of the hook imprinted right on them. It's not like a sticker that's going to come off or something printed that will wear off. It is embossed, or actually I guess engraved, right into the hook. So that being said, I did try out these cute little hooks. They are pretty little colors, and they have this cute little design at the end of the hook. That kind of makes them, you know, different and cute. And again, I worked on the same little tiny swatch with these, and I didn't really have any problem with them at all. I want to say they were fairly smooth. There's not a lot of seam where, you know, the plastic mold would have been. I was worried about that. I thought for sure that there'd be like a little bit of a ridge to these hooks, but there really wasn't. I was actually quite pleasantly surprised. I don't really like using plastic hooks. I actually prefer aluminum. I'm getting used to wood. But yeah, absolutely does the job. if you have a friend maybe who is learning to crochet and you want to make them a little kit, any one of these would be fine in a kit for a beginner. Okay, and they're also really good to like just kind of throw in your purse or your bag. You never know when you might need one, right? And you wouldn't be too upset if they got misplaced. Okay, so next item from the Dollar Tree. What did I do with them? There they are. I thought I lost them. Are these cute little scissors. So, yeah, I got these at the Dollar Tree as well. They're certainly sharp. There is absolutely no problem at all when it comes to cutting yarn. Okay, there's, you know, they do the job. They do have that kind of sound to them, almost like they don't fit together very well. But again, they do the job. They'd be perfect in a go bag. I actually would consider putting these into, if your go bag has a little pocket or maybe a separate little zip up pouch that you could put them in, because they are very sharp and I could picture this end going into a project pretty easily, and you don't want that. You don't want to work hard on a project only to find out the little scissors in your go bag are poking into the project, making holes possibly. So good idea to keep those maybe separate from your project and your go bag. But absolutely they get the job done and they're perfect from the Dollar Tree. Okay, last item that I'm going to talk about today from the Dollar Tree are these cute little tubes of yarn balls. They're very cute, very little. I don't think it even says how many yards they are. Let me take a closer look. To take a closer look, I need to have my closer look spectacles. Okay, so they do have the yardage on here. There are 3 balls. They are 27.34 yards each, or 25 meters each. Okay, I liked them because of the colors. I just thought they were so pretty, those colors. These ones make me think of the ocean, and these ones make me think of Valentine's Day. But I've never tried Crafter's Square acrylic yarn, so I thought I'd take you over to the table and we would do an overview, and I would tell you what I thought while I was thinking it. You know, that could be dangerous. You should always think about what you want to say. Okay, I'll see you in just a minute over at the craft table. Okay, so this is the package that it comes in. There is a little bit of tape on here, so hopefully I can get this thing open. Oh, that was easy. All right, and this is the yarn. It's a little thin, a little thinner than I thought it would be, but that's okay. That's just the weight of the yarn. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. But the hook might be just a little too big, because I wanted to try using one of the Crafter's Square hooks as well from the Dollar Tree. So let's chain some up a little bit here. See what we think. So far I don't really have any, whoops, that was user error, not a yarn issue or a hook issue. It's hard to look through a viewfinder in crochet. So yeah, so far, I mean, it's fine. It's, you know, nothing to write home about, but certainly okay. It's not scratchy at all. I'd have to say I think it's even a little softer than Red Heart Super Saver. And the colors are nice. You don't get an awful lot, but depending on what you wanted to use it for, if you were using it maybe for amigurumi, you wouldn't necessarily need a lot. Or if you were using it to make granny squares, it's kind of nice to have just a little bit, you know, especially if you're using lots and lots of colors. And you just need a little bit for each color.
or even motifs. You know, maybe you're making a bunch of little hearts to decorate a bag or a hat or, I don't know, a sweater. Anything that you might be decorating with little motifs. This might be just perfect for those sorts of things. So, yeah, I'm okay with this yarn. It's not bad. Give it a try, see what you think. So I wasn't able to find the little canisters of yarn online, but I was able to find most of their other yarns available. And while some of them you do need to buy an entire case, others you can buy in a 6-pack, and that would be the Just Yarn worsted. So that's a really good deal. The Just Yarn worsted is great yarn. So I highly recommend trying that if you don't have any yarn at your local Dollar Tree. And I'm also going to put a link at the end of this video for another video that I made about ordering online from the Dollar Tree. So check it out. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. I am a very thrifty gal. I try not to spend an awful lot of money, especially on my yarn, because I don't feel I'm like making anything that's worthy of expensive yarn, should I say. I don't make a lot of garments, so I'm okay with not spending a ton of money on my yarn. I'm a perfectly happy with acrylics kind of gal. I'm not a yarn snob at all. So yeah, I'm okay with this yarn. Crafters Square. Again, it depends on what you are using it for. This isn't the kind of yarn you're going to be making a sweater out of. But yeah, it's perfectly fine for, like I said, amigurumi or motifs or granny squares. Okay, everybody, have a great day, and I'll see you next time here on the Whippy Chick. Oh, and don't forget, I always forget to tell you, so it makes sense that you'd forget to do it. Please consider liking and sharing and commenting and all the YouTube-y stuff, because it really does help me out. Okay, again, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.